Good evening, everyone. How is everyone? Hope everyone's well. Hope everyone can hear me. Who we got in the house tonight? Hi, Nick. How you doing? Flymo, Leslie. Hope everyone's well. Tom, how you doing? Joshua, Jerry. Good evening, everybody. So I hope everyone can hear me okay. Oh, there's my phone going off. Oh, just got a notification to tell me I was live. Volume up too high. Yeah. Hope your hearing's all right, Nick. I was just getting the trains going before I went live, and the whole thing shorted out. Got a problem with a point over here, so I'm just going to sort that out and get everything going. It's one of those things that works flawlessly week after week, then just 1 week. No, not going to work. Reset everything and we'll get going. How is everyone? Yes, that's been pushed aside, making way for my new cabinet, which while I'm waiting for everything to reboot, I'll just give you a little look. So my new airbrushing cabinet, you can see what I've been working on. Video out tomorrow on the making of this cabinet, and then next week will be the final result of these. Yes. So, yes, Flymo noticed the name change there. Yes, I just put Donegal Rail just to give a bit more of a clue of what I'm about, really. Alright, let's see now if everything works. Oh, I didn't short that time going through. That's a good thing. Hi Robert. Hi XMG12, how you doing? There's only 4 coaches. Oh, this point's still not right. Oh no, now it's the other one. Oh, no, that's my fault. I have it set wrong. Oops. Was distracted before I came out here this evening, so that's why everything's not running up and running properly. Hi Carl, how you doing? So, got the same trains running as last week. The new 37, and some of my older 37s and a 47. Once we get everything restarted, get going. Hi Leslie. I did enjoy your tour around your layout the other day. It was pretty amazing, I thought. Really liked how it was different, how it was going through a cityscape. And so anybody on here who hasn't seen that, pop over to Leslie's and check out the video of his layout. Right, Let's see if we can get going again. So what's everyone been up to? Just checking the other points before I put anything running. You can see what I've been doing. I've had a productive week this week, from getting the spray booth built to actually starting work on those old Hornby coaches. The orange I've got there is a bit bright for the CIE orange, but I need to give it another coat, so I might try and tone it down a little bit and see how I get on. Don't know what's wrong with my 37. It's just sat there with the wheels spinning. I'll have to keep an eye out for that, Jerry, because we do have some clear skies at the moment. It is bloody freezing here. Heavy frost on the car this morning. Monday, Tuesday, it was t-shirt weather. Today, hat, scarf, gloves out. Hey Bernie, how are you doing? I take it you've got out of hospital and you're back home again? I know your last message said you were getting out. Hey Charlie, how's it going? Cheers, Charlie. My 37's not moving. Sorry, one of my 37s. It's got power because the lights are coming on, but it's just not doing anything. Yeah. The 37 is not behaving itself tonight. So I'll guess we'll stick in a replacement loco. Oop. And I'll get these trains going, I'll get some of the other cameras up. Yeah, I know what you mean, Bernie, about lying in bed. I hate it when I'm ill and you want to get up and you can't, and oh. Right, and you're going to get the other camera set up. Oh, just noticed my heater went off. I was wondering why it was getting cold. Ooh, kegs of beer in the Cravens, nice. What kegs do they have on there, Carl? I'm sure Guinness has to be one of them. Sorry guys, I'm not ignoring you, I'm just trying to get these tablets up and going. So I guess I am ignoring you because I got my back to the chat. Oh, Kieran popped in. Hi Kieran, how you doing? Right. Just watch out, people, there might get a bit of feedback from these cameras if they're not muted properly. Sometimes they do. Right. I'll add these to the stream. -5. Oh, I think it was about -2 at one point here. I got up to a thick frost on the car this morning. I had to be scraped off for taking the kids to school. Yeah, we had snow here this morning. It didn't pitch, but we had snow. Yeah, that's what I mean, Jerry. The beginning of the week, it was gorgeous weather. It was absolutely, I was out. I was actually done some of the spraying here because I used a rattle can for the primer, and I went outside and done it, and it was gorgeous, lovely and warm. All my flowers were coming up, all the seedlings had come up, and now they're being decimated by the frost. I wonder if it's this outside line that's causing the problem. I put another engine on there, the old Murphy's 121. And it seems to be struggling a bit. And there's probably a lot of dust on the track. Yeah, that was our summer. But pretty much, in Donegal, that could be very much the case. Oh, you've had 2 days of sunshine where you could wear a t-shirt. That's your luck. It's hard to beat the old track rubber. Stopped again. I really do have to clear stuff out of here. Yeah, what day does summer fall on this year? Yeah, very true. Oh. That's going to have derailed something. That's always the danger when you're working on the track with trains running around. Oh, right. I'm just going to have to stop everything a minute. There's all sorts of crashes going on. All hand of God induced. I really think I'm going to have to start looking at some of Hunt's couplings or some other, because I'm having no end of bother with coupling issues. Half the problem is most of the couplers don't seem to be at the same height. Hey Rachel. I can hear one carriage is derailed. I can't see which one it is. Oh no, it's not the carriage at all, it's the local. That's better. Alright, let's see what happens now. Hit the all start button and away we go. Yeah, Charlie did go on a bit of a rant about it. Oh, that's been left behind over there. And you see a prime example now of my new 37 combust with a hopper in front of it that it's lost somewhere around the circuit. Yeah, he was getting a bit upset with couplers, but he made some good points. And as always with those standard couplings, a lot of the hooks get lost over the time. Yeah, he can be a bit pedantic, but hey, it's your layout. Do it the way you want. Anyone seen Everard's latest update last night? He ripped up his station he had started and some of his curves because he wasn't happy with them. Again, some of the work he does and the detail he goes in is fantastic. Yeah, he is a bit borderline rivet counter, but he denies that, of course. But sometimes thinking, you're getting a bit close there, Charlie. Yeah, because I was always wondering what size couplings to get, but after watching Charlie's, you can see that there's actually like a sample pack you can get. So I thought, great, so you can get that, see what ones you need and order the right ones. Yeah, I mean, it seems the KD ones are the ones to get, but I think the good thing about the KD ones, why they're so good, is because you have to be so exacting when you set them up. There is no margin for error. They have to be all set to the same height. You have to have the right lengths. So if they're not set up right, they're not going to work. And like half the problem with mine, because I've still got the old drop link couplings and all my stock, is you look at them and the couplings are all different heights. So if there is a little bump or they go over a point wrong, it's going to cause a derailment or an uncoupling event. Yeah, it's amazing, Tom, when you open up your things, what you can find stuck to the magnets inside. You're like, how did that get in there? I wouldn't say Richard makes me feel inadequate. I just look at it and go, I don't know if I could do that, but it inspires me to try harder and try different things. I tell you who does make me feel inadequate is Luke Towan, the Australian guy. I actually looked up his channel last night. He hasn't put anything out for 3 months now, but my God, the stuff he does. Yeah, Barry's always very enthusiastic, and I just love the way listening to him, and he's just, this is my layout, this is the way it is, and you know. Yeah, I've seen Graham's issue with his Peckett as well. I was watching that and I was like, how that didn't go firing across the room, I don't know. But I just spent a couple of hours in the museum today. Nothing really train related. I had to do a couple of repairs. So I was putting up a new light in the toilet and sorting out some of the wiring for some new security cameras. So nothing terribly exciting. But there's those maintain jobs that have to be done. The canopy's now been completed on Drumbo and it looks great, so I'll be doing an update on that maybe next week. Hopefully we'll get a little bit of fencing on that finished so we can actually properly open the platform area in Drumbo to the public. Cookie cutters. You know what, I was such a hurry to come out here this evening, I haven't bought a drink with me. Rachel, if you're still watching and listening, can you bring me out a can of cream soda, please? Yes, toilet lights. Yeah, so I was up a ladder sorting that out, and then I was up a ladder under the canopy sorting out the new CCTV to go in there. Because once we put that in, then we'll put the whistle and the nameplates on Drumbo, so it's got some sort of coverage. Yeah, it's all slowly coming together, bits and pieces of the museum. Still waiting on my new camera to arrive so I can do some more filming. Oh, I meant to say, guys, the video that's out tomorrow and the video that's I done last week, I filmed that on my GoPro. I was just wondering, did you notice any difference in the quality? Oh, the Heritage Centre's been open. It's open all year round, Monday to Saturday. Now from not this Sunday but the next Sunday, it'll be open through the summer until September on Sundays as well. So we've had staff in there. Like obviously there hasn't been, you don't get many visitors over the summer, but we have staff in there doing maintenance work and everything. So we have the doors open if people come to visit. But figures we just got from the tourist office, the sort of Bald Fórcha here in Ireland, saying that February's figures are already 40% down on 2019, which is the last normal year we had. So they don't think tourist levels will return to normal until sometime next year. Hey Anthony, how's it going? Yeah, I was just wondering on the video I put out on the 37 last Friday, if anybody watched it, because I filmed that entirely on the GoPro as opposed to my phone. I didn't see any difference, but I was just wondering if anybody else did. Yeah, obviously when the restrictions are on, when we weren't allowed to open, we weren't open. But, you know, if we were allowed to open, we were open. You know, restrictions there, we were only allowed to have 15 in the museum at any one time. But we were lucky to have 15 in during when the restrictions weren't on. So there was never a problem of being too many people being in. But the restrictions are all lifted here in Ireland. Well, they are trying to convince the government to bring in mask wearing again. But the government don't seem that keen on it. Well, I sent my paperwork in today to the Dublin show, so hopefully they'll get that and get back to me. I think I'm going to take the 6x4 layout I built. I'll take that down, some of the G-scale models that we have, a little demonstration line with that running on it, and As well as that, a few artefacts from the museum for people to see. Well, 2019 was our best year ever in the museum. It was a great year, and we were looking forward to 2020 to be even better, having Drumbo back and, you know, all singing, all dancing. The whole world went to... Still, that's all in the past. It's all over now. Let's go forward. Hi Ewan, how you doing? Yeah, I still carry a mask as well, Leslie. We have to, in medical settings, we have to wear it. So, like, I had to go to the dentist the other week and I had to wear a mask. And I thought, what's the point? He's going to be staring out my mouth. Oh well, I guess Rachel's not watching anymore. She hasn't appeared yet. Wow, so I got 16 people watching, I got 16 likes. Wow. Anyone lurking in the background, do come up and say hello. And any questions, you can put them in the comments there and we'll see if we can answer them. Yeah, I got the dentist again on Monday. It's the hygienist, so that'll be the usual telling off. So I've been flossing enough and brushing enough and doing mouthwash and it's all that horrible scraping you get when you go to the hygienist. The dentist appears like he's back from Chernobyl. What sort of dentist do you have, Flymo? Oh, you mean the PPE gear he's wearing? Oh, I get you now. I'll give you a close-up there. That's actually that's a bit dark there, isn't it? Let's swap it over to... Still needs another couple of coats. It's a bit blotchy in places, just to finish it off. So I'll try and do that tonight after the stream. But, I got the decals for it in the post today. So it's a bit of a bright orange, so I might try and tone it down. Yeah, I hope it does look good. It's the first time I've ever done it, so you know, I've done the windows. I'm going to try and do the white stripe. Oh, actually, well, I've got the picture here of what I'm... So that's what I'm going for. Now, I'm going to try and do the white stripe one above and below the windows with masking, but I may have to get like a white stripe transfer to do that. Because trying to get the line dead straight will be difficult. but you'll see the results. Well, next Thursday they should be going around the track, hopefully. But say the video out next week will be on the coaches. There's going to be a series of 3 videos coming out. There's going to be one of the painting of the outside, another one of detailing the inside, and another one of putting coach lighting in. Because I've got some little rectifiers and capacitors and everything, so I'm going to make up a little circuit. I've got some potentiometers as well. I'm going to see if I can wire into the circuit, so I'll try and fix that into the coach from underneath, so you can screw it to vary the brightness. I don't know if that's a practical thing to do, because once you set the lights up in the coach, how often are you going to actually want to vary the brightness? Yeah, so that's going to keep me busy for the next couple of weeks. But the spray cabinet, now I've actually been using it, it has actually turned out quite well. It's very big, but I explain that in the video when I do it. It's because my daughter will also be using it for spraying up her models, which are a lot bigger than mine. But yeah, it actually worked quite well. Yeah, that's a good point, Tom. It might get a bit warm. Yeah, the carriage lighting isn't usually very bright. You see a lot of people layouts and it's obviously very bright. It's just going to be LED strips inside it. Yeah, I'm going to be putting passengers in if I can find them. I do have a box of people here somewhere who will be cutting the legs off to stick them in. Yeah, so I've got 3 coaches there. I was going to do a 4th one, but I couldn't get it apart. The screws just kept turning without coming apart, and so it's something I have to look at. I didn't want to rush it and end up snapping it and breaking it. So good night, XM212. Yeah, well, even the seated figures don't fit in. So I'm going to take the interiors, paint them up a little bit, and then go from there. And then I may then attempt to actually do a little bit of weathering on them as well. You know, get them all painted looking nice, and then I'll destroy them with some weathering. But I'll see how they turn out. If they turn out reasonably well, then I'll be on the hunt for some more of those the old Hornby carriages to repaint into CIE livery. And I'll probably do some NI stuff as well, and even do some of the Cravens. Although actually Akira Scale are bringing them out, aren't they? So you could actually buy the proper ones. Yeah, sounds very unsafe. Big capacitor near all that water. Yeah, a lot of the, if you get the cheap ones from China and that, they tend to be more HO scale than 00 scale. You know, again, weathering is something I've never done. So I think the trick with weathering is less is more. I think when you get to a point there's not enough on there, that's when you stop. And like most things, you don't need really heavy weathering because it's not as if most stock got that filthy. And it's mostly sort of on the lower half where the dirt is, where it picks up the dirt, and maybe the roof. Because they all tended to go through the washes maybe at least once a year, which would have cleaned the sides. I also want to see if I can get some of those tail lamps from DCC Concepts and fit one of them. So I might get on the old computer tonight and order them. Yeah, I was of the same attitude, Flymo, that, you know, all the stock should all look pristine, but it's not realistic. And if you look at the the 37 that's going around, that's got some light factory weathering to it. Let's say the 37 going around, which one? The one in the Intercity livery. The one that's just going to come past the camera now. That's got a bit of light weathering on it, and to be honest, you don't notice it unless you look at it closely and go, oh yeah, that's a bit. Yeah, you're right, Tom. Not enough leg room. That's lifelike. Yeah. See, that wagon's come uncoupled again. Now, yes, it is missing one of the coupling links. Push-pull service going on again. But I do like my diesels. I always was like a steam train, but I don't know, I quite like these 37s and 47s going around. Yeah, well, it's not going too fast, and having the all metal wheels on there, it's pretty free rolling, so well, I don't know where the hooks all disappear to. You know, every so often I go around all the tracks with a magnet and pick up all the little things that have come out, and that's where you find most of them. And then you end up with all these little hooks of different sizes, and you go, right, which coupling is this out of? Because, you know, a lot of my trains will be set into their rakes of coaches. You know, the Intercity, the teak ones there going around. So if I get some more permanent way of coupling them together, then they'll stay like that. Because I did actually box a lot of my stock away while I was doing the station, which I'm not going to be doing for a while, so I don't know if I have a favourite steam train. I just like all steam trains. Especially when you're at a heritage line and you see them. No, I suppose I have one favourite steam train, and that would be Drumbo. But it's just the sheer size and power of them, and just you've got all that, and there's just two men in there controlling it all. The smell of the coal, and now, don't get me wrong, they're dirty, horrible, expensive beasts to run, but there is something magical about it when you see a nicely polished steam engine tearing down the line, pulling 9 or 11 coaches behind it, with usually on the main line with a 47 or something tacked onto the end for power. I've always wondered with those excursions, when you see it when it's got a 37 or 47 hanging off the back, is that supplying any motive power, or is the steam engine hauling everything? Excuse me. Look at the rooms. Should just be providing hotel services. Right. Oh, I'm looking forward to our rail tour we have that's been planned for August. Let me just pull up the details of that so you guys can look it up. Bear with me a second. Yeah, so this Tulcha Tours is running a rail tour from Dublin down to Kerry on Saturday the 20th of August, the Premier Rose, and any profits is going to be split between ourselves, Cavan and Leitrim, Downpatrick, and there's to be two others. I'm not sure if they've announced them yet. So I've got to travel all the way to Dublin to get this rail tour all the way down to Kerry, which is the other end of the country for me, back up to Dublin, then back up to Donegal. But hey, I get to go on a ride on a train, meet a load of rail enthusiasts. We're going to be taking some of our books and pins and stuff, and have a little stall on the train for people to come and see and chat to us and find out about us and what we're doing and what we plan to do. So it should be a good day. So we either have 5 hours in Killarney or 3 hours in Tralee. So XMG12, I know you're off, you said you might be listening. I think you're down in Kerry somewhere, so that's in August if you want to meet up. So the unusual thing is it'll be a Class 201 diesel with coaches sort of on a branch line. It's mostly the DMUs that travel on those. Yeah, I seen that video of the Midlander. It looked like you had a great day. Yeah, it would be a good way to have, have a model railway on a rail tour. So you could stop at stations for an hour. That might be a good idea there, Flymo. $16 years, is that all it was? Hey Joshua. No, it's not. It's it keeps uncoupling and I keep putting it on the back again and it keeps coming out. So I've given up at this point and just let it push it round. So I was saying I need to sort out the coupling issues because have I packed it away? Where's that gone? I got 2 Class 56s. Oh, here they are hiding down here. These ones. I got this one in British Royal Grey and one in DCR livery. And for whatever reason, the coupling heights on these are lower than everything else. So whatever it couples to, it uncouples. And I can't see any way of raising the height. Like I've tried bending it a bit to get it up, and it's a really nice loco. When it is attached to something, it's got really good pulling power and everything, but any little, going over a point or something like that, it just pops off. But I mean, that was a bargain. That's one of the Hornby detailed ones, and I picked that up for about 100 about 2 years ago. And the DCR one, I think it was Somerset Andy who pointed them out to me. Yeah, I think actually I'm not going to say anything because somebody might be listening. Tacky wax, that's not a bad idea actually, I didn't think of that. Yeah, it's just the way the coupling sort of droops down on it, and it just, it just doesn't stay up. But yeah, a bit of tacky wax on it. But that's why I want to look at different coupling methods, just so I get over that issue. Even if it's a case of putting one type of coupling on this with a lead wagon or whatever, and then normal the rest of them. But yeah, I've got a load of the old Hornby type Shell oil tankers, and I've got some of the kits as well to make up. So I'm going to make all them up and repaint them, well, depending on how this carriage turns out. Might do, I think I might have about 10 of them all together, so it'll be a nice little rake of tankers. And I'll paint them up all the same, give them all the same livery, and then that'll give me a chance to experiment with the weathering on one of them, you know, heavier weathering, oil spills, that sort of thing. Yeah, so I've got lots of little projects that I want to do, which I'm going to do over the summer because I won't have time to get stuck into many major sort of scenery or anything like that. So it'll be these little projects where I can just come out here for an hour, do something, and then, because with work and the museum, I'm hoping I'll be a lot busier. So obviously we wouldn't have Cliff Richard over here. We'd probably have Daniel O'Donnell. That would be our crooner who we'd have on the rail tours over here. Yeah, well, I've got this space out here now, and the great thing about having this booth now, it acts like a little, you know, fume cupboard. So whatever I'm going to be doing, whether it's spraying, soldering, or even just gluing stuff, when all the fumes of that just goes away. I was amazed at actually how well it worked yesterday when I was spraying. Everything just went straight out. Aye, lovely Daniel. I'm looking to see who we've got on tonight. Just looking at my subs list, see what I've got to watch tonight. I've seen St Mary's has put some up, so check out St Mary's Church Model Railway if you're not familiar with Stuart there. It's got some lovely running sessions on there. I'm sure all of you have heard of Bunter's Yard. He does a lot of good weathering and stuff on there. It's a good channel to check out. And if you want something different away from trains, a guy I like watching, Millennial Farmer. He's a arable farmer in the States. He's got big farm machinery and everything. He's quite interesting. Rosa Tralee. Daniel, Donegal's biggest export, but he keeps coming back. Yeah, Stuart's not in tonight. He's usually here. But, yeah, of course we have Clannad, who are famous for doing the bogeymen for Robin Hood, Robin of Sherwood. Of course, out of that same family, you had Enya. It's Enya's done some great music and everything, but I think most of her fortune has come from her. A lot of her music is used in sort of lifts and hotel lobbies and stuff. See, Friday's my worst day, Anthony, because I can't always get onto your live stream because things are always happening Friday night with my kids, with various footballs or sports or something's going on. You know, it's just like sometimes I just get home, get tuned in, and you're just finishing up, and I'm like, all right, missed it again tonight. And your live stream, Anthony, it's not the same watching it back afterwards because you want to be there on the live stream to interact. I did see Metcalf have released a few new items. I didn't see what they were. But I do like the Metcalf kits. They're superior, I think, to the Super Quick. But they're very nice kits, and once you've built one, you know how to build the rest of them. They all follow the same sort of methods and plans. And Big Clive, yeah, I've started watching him after you recommended him, Jerry. He's quite good. Right, I'm going to call it a night there, guys, because I need to go in and have some tea. So don't forget to hit the like button for me and subscribe if you're new here. I do this for an hour every Thursday evening. We'll get together and have a chat. So thanks for tuning in, everyone. Video out tomorrow at 6 o'clock. My channel members already have access to it to watch it. It'll go live for everyone else at 6 o'clock tomorrow evening, and it's how I built my little spray cabinet here. And then next week will be the result of these carriages here. I sprayed them up and how they worked out. Hi Rando York, I'm just going. Or have you been in the background all along? So good night everyone, thanks for tuning in, and I will catch you all next week. I say the video will be out tomorrow at 6, so thanks for tuning in, guys, and I shall see you all next Thursday. Take care, everyone. Bye.